Hey, look, I got a big bag from Spain. A big thank you to viewer Lester, who took the time to actually send over this rather large and surprising package. Longtime viewer Lester has been watching this channel for, well, a very long time. Thank you very much, sir, for taking the time to send over whatever you ended up sending over. Like I said, it came as a complete surprise. I was not expecting this at all. Certainly, if you guys are interested and would like to send something my way, Lester has now taken the liberty of actually writing down the full address. It's the Review Spots, care of the UPS Store, 6975 Meadowvale Town Center Circle, Suite 196, Mississauga, Ontario, Canada, L5N 2V7. The box itself, or the bag itself, does feel like it has multiple things in it. It's soft on one side, it's hard on the other. Perhaps it could contain a small pair of shoes, and over here maybe a big bag of packing peanuts. I don't know. But we're going to open this up either way, find out and check out the contents inside. And again, big thank you to Lester sending this over all the way from Spain. We're going to cut the bag here carefully on the side. I'm using my knife, by the way, McCutcheon's, just to help assist in this. And I'm hoping not to cut and damage anything in the process. Always sent over a fair bit of stuff. The first thing he was nice enough to send my way is the Friday 13th card game. Wait, there's a Friday 13th card game? Comes to us, I guess, from the folks over at Shuffle. It's for ages 12 and up, 3 to 8 players, and it runs at about 20 minutes. On the back, a razor-sharp cooperative and edge-of-your-seat game where speed can save your life. Move fast to escape Jason's machete. Ned, Alice, Jack, Marcy, Steve, Bill, and Brenda are camping at Camp Crystal Lake for a week. A beautiful place to make memories. Or is it? Jason is lurking somewhere in the shadows, ready to kill the campers. The players must move fast and complete survival missions to try and survive this week. Think fast or get slashed. I think what I might end up doing is maybe looking at this in a future review. Let me know down below, guys, if that would be something you guys would love to see. It has 110 cards, 1 board, 2 tokens, 1 sand timer, and a game guide. Never even seen this before. Very, very cool. Have you guys ever seen the Friday the 13th card game? Let me know down below. He also was nice enough to send over, it seems to be a bag of other things here. A bag inside of a bag. It's like an Inception bag. Pulling this out, I don't think there's anything else left that's in this. No, there's not. So we're just going to put it off to the side. And then he's got a big bag of a bunch of other goodies here. He has sent over to me. Oh, he always speaks of the New 52 Superman, or he speaks really highly of the Superman puzzles, the New 52 puzzles, I should say. This is the New 52 Superman. I know he kept talking about the Aquaman. I had an Aquaman for a while. I got in one of the subscription boxes, and then a friend of mine, his kid, really liked Aquaman. So I decided, to pay it forward and give it to him instead. Now this has, it's a 3D puzzle, so essentially what you're doing is you're taking the pieces and stacking them on top of the other to form yourself Superman. Of course, it would be many different characters. I think this was the one I did get, the Aquaman, but there's also Flash, Cyborg, there's Wonder Woman, Green Lantern, and also Batman at the top there. It comes to us from the folks over at Happywell. So it doesn't look like it's, well, I don't want to speak too quickly. I was going to say it doesn't look like it's overly complicated, but then I never really honestly opened up, Lester, the Aquaman puzzle, just because, again, like, I had planned to put it together, or maybe I had planned because I really like the look of the Aquaman to get the other ones, like Superman, and then ultimately, like I said, my friend just said, oh, my son's a big fan of Aquaman, so I'm like, okay, you know what, I'll give it to him instead. Very nice. Thank you very much, Lester. But wait, there's more. There's more inside. He also sent over, actually, there's a couple letters. A few extra things in there also as well. Let's open up the letter and see what he's got. So I think there's probably several pages here. So here we go. It says, Dear Spot, finally, after all these years, I could manage to get in contact with you and send you something. First, let me tell you about the presents I have for you. 1, Superman 3D puzzle. You know how much I enjoy having the entire collection of that Justice League 3D puzzles, and while it was fun for me, when you got the orange Aquaman, one that isn't the same as the regular ones. So here you go, the new 52 Superman one. Not only is it based on one of your favorite characters, but it's also represented one of your favorite costumes. That's true. I had gone for a while, and I don't know if anybody remembers this far ago, but when on the channel, I was collecting crazily the new 52 DC Direct Superman. I think I had like 3 of those. And Lester honestly remembered that because he remembered that new Superman 52 costume is one of my favorite Superman suits, obviously outside of the original. The new 52 Superman one not only is based, on your favorite costumes for the Man of Steel, although all of these puzzles are based on their new 52 versions anyways. 2, the Friday 13th card game. I've told you several times about it, but I knew you never got it. Otherwise, you'd already made a video review about it. That's very true, Lester. Here's hoping. Here's hoping that you enjoy it a lot more than the horror board games you already own. You know what? I got to honestly admit, like those board games that we've gotten, those Kickstarter board games that we've already had a look at, the Silent Night, Deadly Night, the My Bloody Valentine, and now just recently the Halloween 2, have all been very underwhelming. 3. You know what? I should probably look at the other things before we finish off the rest of the letters, because I'm sure what he will be about to tell me will all have something to do with the things inside. So we've got a Doomsday Arm. I'm not really sure why he sent a Doomsday Arm, but we'll find out soon enough. Maybe I had mentioned in one of the earlier reviews. Oh, wait, you know what? Now I think about it. Was I missing one of the Doomsday Arms? Now I have to think about that. I'm going to put that off to the side. Also sent me, very nicely sent over a necklace. Now, I think he actually makes mention of that in the next thing I was going to read on the letter. So I'm going to put that over to the side. He also sent me the torso and the head. Is that Atrocitus? I'm trying to actually think of the name of the character. Obviously, off the top of my head, it's a little harder. Sometimes I do draw a bit of a blank. He sent me the shoulder and the head for that, which leads me to think that somewhere in my totes, I'm missing this part. Because Lester's very observant when it comes to things I mentioned in the reviews. He probably has kindly sent over something that I know I needed, and I'm not just thinking about it at the moment. Let's quickly go back to the letterhead here. A Puerto Rican necklace, which he was nice enough to send over my way. First, sorry the cord is broken, easily fixable. That's fine. Not a problem, Lester. I can easily fix that. Second, I'm Puerto Rican, and I wanted to give you something from my country. But living in Spain, there was no way I could send you something from there. Hey, that's quite all right. I really appreciate, though, that you took the time to even send me a necklace. Very nice of you. Thank you very much, Lester. A reusable bag from Spain. I just sent it with you with an image from an important setting in, is the Andalusia? Just lift up the bag here so you guys can actually see what this looks like. It's the Cathedral of, it's Cathedral Y Giralda in Sevilla. And on the side it says El Campo. You know, I'm not always the best when it comes to actually pronouncing some of these things, so I do apologize for that, Lester. I don't remember how on when I found your channel, but of course I'm glad I did. Not only do we share many of the same tastes in popular culture, such as DC Comics, Game of Thrones, and horror, but I'm sure we live in the same place. We could have been friends. Of course, I always appreciate, that's one of the things I also take away from doing the YouTube channel as long as I have. Not only getting the chance to show you guys the things that we collect, kind of collectively as a community, because we do have a lot of very similar tastes, but the fact I got a chance to kind of meet some really incredible people over the years, including Lester. And like I said, Lester's been following this channel for a very long time, and I always appreciate long-time viewers. I appreciate short-time viewers also as well, even the ones that just pop up now and say, hey, I'm new, I just happened to stumble onto this channel. But people I've met over the years and people I've maintained correspondence with over the years, it's always some of the best memories and best things I've done by having this YouTube channel exist, just getting the chance to meet as many people as I have. Let's see here. Still, I managed to find your channel, and not only do you officially manage to tune me into action figure collecting, DC Comics mostly, but you've been my company through my life, and let's flip around to, I think, the second last page, helped me a lot. For years now, since around 2013, I got sick and suffer from a severe condition I'm either one of the few in the world that has it. I could be the only one, according to my doctor, that is a specialist in rare conditions and diseases. I don't know how much of this he actually wants me to share with everybody. Basically, I mean, having spoken with Lester, over online, over on Twitter, for example, we always kind of go about back and forth in conversations. I know he has a bit of a health condition right now. And I know it's very hard for me, obviously, for me to be the person on the other side of the camera and to be simply just the person that's watching these videos. But, I do certainly convey any little level of any level that I can of, appreciation of the fact that he would take the time. And, whatever he is unfortunately going through right now, I hope it's certainly something that can subside. Or, if it's one of those things where, unfortunately, like anybody, Lester or otherwise, is going through anything of a disease or medical conditioning, I certainly hope that it's not something that is going to be, if it is going to be something that they're going to always have to have in their life, I hope at the very least it can maybe, like, I don't want to say subside, but I certainly hope that it's something that, they can find ways to, to cope. I'm trying to think of the actual word to say this. Find a way to get proper medication so that if they have to deal with it for the rest of their lives, they can deal with it at least in a pain-free situation. Does that make any sense? I certainly hope it does. Still, because of this condition, that also makes me exhausted from just a little bit of physical effort. I sort of just did leave out some of the, the medical. I didn't want to cover too much of it. I couldn't finish my career in advertising that I loved, and I was great at it. By the way, I sent you an arm. He sent me the arm from the New 52 Doomsday from the Collect and Connect that came with the Superman Doomed. So you can give it away to someone that needs it. Oh, okay. Thank you very much. I'm also sending you the shoulders and head of Atrocitus from the McFarlane DC Multiverse, so you can give it away as well. Oh, thank you very much, Lester. That's very nice of you. I'm trying to think if I actually did end up collecting the Atrocitus wave. If I didn't, I certainly have at least the head and the shoulders to start with. And then on this page, he's also sent me something else here. Something interesting regarding the makes of the 3D puzzles besides the Justice League, the full-color transparent versions and the 3 others of the action poses of Superman, Batman, and Wonder Woman, they've done nothing. I've checked and they tried 3D puzzles of a few characters, and that's it. In fact, that's the reason the Justice League puzzles are hard to find. Which is true, because at the time that I was trying to track these down, the one I was really kind of on the mission to find was, I think it was Wonder Woman really at the time, because I had the Aquaman. I think I do remember having a Flash at one point, but the Superman was one I never got the chance to pick up. And well, again, luckily for Lester taking the time to send this over to me, now I at least have a Superman. I got to get around to building these things. If I do get a chance to build this, I'll do certainly a follow-up video. And at the very least, I'll certainly send over a picture to Lester so you can see what it looks like when it's finally built. I found some extremely cheap in a store. The others it took me a while to find since I wanted to own the main collection. It was lucky for me to find you Superman one. They are hardly available and at a reasonable price when you do. I give they could have kept looking for them others, but the Game of Thrones horror characters, you name it. First of all, I do want to apologize for anybody watching this video, and obviously Lester most importantly. My ability to read handwriting. I can't even write handwriting myself. If you've ever seen me handwrite something, luckily you haven't probably, it looks honestly like I gave a chicken a pen and chased it across a piece of paper. I usually try to just print, and even when I try to print, my printing isn't even the greatest either. So I hope I didn't butcher this as badly as maybe it probably came across like I did. It feels like when I was reading the letter, I wasn't reading it the best of ways, but like I said, like your penmanship, Lester, is really good. My ability to read writing, though, isn't the greatest. But thank you very much, though, for the letter, Lester, and certainly thank you for taking the time as well to send over the puzzle of Superman from the New 52. Looking forward to putting that together. The Friday the 13th board game, Friday the 13th card game, was not expecting that at all. And also a Puerto Rican necklace. I didn't really honestly notice right away that the cord was broken, but that's easily something I can fix. The fact that this is actually taken from part of your life, part of where you grew up, again, I really appreciate that you taking the time to send something like this. And of course, I also got myself a nice little bag as well. If you guys are interested and would like to send anything my way, whether it be a nice little letter, a picture you'd like to draw, anything, you can certainly send it to the address listed down below in the video description. Again, a big thank you to viewer Lester. Right after this video, I'm actually going to drop him over a message on Twitter. I'll be obviously doing this at the time of shooting this video, so he'll be getting it right away. Just to, again, thank him for taking the time to send over as much as he did. Obviously, if you guys did want to stick around for more videos, there's always going to be more videos coming away. And as always, guys, thanks for watching. See you guys next time.